Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Uh Hello everyone here on YouTube, and I'm also over here on TikTok, and we're just going to chat in general, but also I'm using this chat to totally shamelessly introduce my new series called The Nerdy, where I get to interview authors. So, yeah, I'm excited. The first episode comes out in July 11th on YouTube. Hi. Hi. I have the hiccup, so sorry if I randomly start hiccuping, but yeah. Hi! Hello. I'm so excited to see you guys. I haven't been live in quite a moment, so I'm excited to just hang out. What's up? Not much. I'm just chilling. Um, I walked around today, so I got a little sunburned. I don't know if it shows a lot in camera, but my cheeks are a little patchy. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Hello, I've been great. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great. Thank you. Can you tell my friend that I have a big crush on her? Her name is Charlie McGraw. Hi. Sorry, my contacts just moved on me as I was reading that, and I was like, I can't actually see anything. But yeah. Um, what are you reading? As in, what am I reading now that you see me look up and down? If that's the case, I'm reading the comments here on YouTube and the comments there on TikTok. So that's kind of what's happening if you see me up and down. But if you mean reading in general, bookshelf wise, what am I reading? I am currently, I just finished a book, so I'm actually not currently reading anything. Although I do want to start reading a book that I should have ordered and I completely forgot to order. Dang it. But it's something like the moon hatch. Oh crap. I have to look it up. I don't remember. Um let's see. Um where are you from? I was born in Venezuela. Um uh, um so what is the nerd tea and how do we get one? Okay, so the nerd tea. So I'm gonna do my spiel. So I'm so excited because this is an idea that I've had since I was literally a kid. So the nerd tea is essentially where I'm hopefully gonna be able to interview authors. I have several lined up, including um, my first interview, which is with two sisters, Elizabeth and Helen. They write together, and their writing name is Elizabeth Helen. And so essentially, the nerd tea came about because when I was young, I used to watch all the entertainment shows, like E News, Entertainment Tonight, whatever it is. I used to watch them all, and I wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to be a writer, and these are things that are still true. But I also was always I was always excited whenever a book that I liked would get an adaptation, and I would always be upset that the author wouldn't get interviewed for it because I'll be like, wait, they're the stars. They created the story. And so this is literally since I was a kid. I went to journalism school wanting to do entertainment news and hoping that I'd be able to interview authors one day. I've been in news, but I have yet to break into entertainment news. So I decided I'm just gonna do it on my own since I can't seem to do it the other route. So I'm just gonna do it on my own. And yeah, so that's what the Nerd Tea is. It's a show where I will hopefully be interviewing authors and all sorts of authors from the really, well, one day, the really popular big ones that we all want to hear from, to the indie authors that are, self-publishing their very first books. I want it all in between, so that we really get to hear from different writers about not only their stories, in which I hope that this will encourage people to read maybe different books that they maybe had never heard of, but also to hear from different writers and just to really hear their perspective and how they write and why they write certain things, how they came up with certain things. So if you're out there and wanting to write, this could maybe be a way to learn from these authors. So that is kind of where that came from, that idea. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I am sorry for YouTube. You're about to get the worst view from me, but I need to reach over because I feel like I missed a lot of comments on TikTok and I can't see them. Eh, eh. Sorry. What about Pierce Brown? There's a bunch of authors that I have that are in my list. I have a list. I have a list. There's the list of people that I've already reached out to and said yes. There's a list of people that I have reached out to that have not answered. There's a list of people that I'm hoping to reach out once the first episode is out because I feel like it'll be easier to convince them once I can show them an example and that I'm not just like a crazy, that I'm legit. Like I'm like, here you go, like I'm serious. And then there's the authors who are so far out of my reach right now that I definitely need to have a couple episodes out there. But there's a lot of authors that I would love to talk to. So far, the goal is to try to do an interview a month. And I know that you're like, a month? That's insane. But I like to try to read all of their books. Great if I've already read every single one. Not great if I haven't. So I'm giving myself a month because also I need to edit and I need to write. So I need to read the books, then like write the questions, then do the interview, then like do research, whatever, like then edit. So I'm trying to do month by month. We will see how it goes because I am about to run out of authors that have said yes. But yes, that's kind of where we are. Okay, so I'm gonna read here and then I'm gonna go back to TikTok over here. Anyone else got the Sunday Scaries? What are the Sunday Scaries? I'm not sure what that is. Are you reading for multiple chats? Yes. Sorry. If you see me looking up and down, I'm not. Yeah. I have YouTube right here. I have TikTok up there. And you've been on my chats. You've known that I've tried to get Instagram. But if I do Instagram on my, like, I don't know why every other thing, like TikTok and Instagram, if I try to go live on my desktop, they both require me to have like link it somewhere else, like use like another stream and then link blah blah blah. And I just haven't done that yet because it kind of freaks me out. So I would have that here too. One of these days I probably should go live just on Instagram, just to kind of make sure that they're informed as well. But yes, that's why you see me looking up and down because I'm reading everywhere. I'm gonna read one or two more here and then I'll go up to TikTok. So give me one moment, guys. I'm not ignoring you. Have you ever read the Dragon Rider of Pern series? I'm not sure. I've read a book that was called like the Dragon Riders of something. I don't know if that's what that is. I feel like it's not. But I love anything dragon, so kindly, please tell me what it's about because I love dragons. I usually if you want to sell me in a book, just tell me dragon. I'm like sold. So please let me know. I would love to know what the book is about. Okay, I'm gonna pause here for 1 second. I'll be back to you guys. Don't worry, I will read the rest of your messages. Let me just see what TikTok is talking about over here. And again, YouTube, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna actually move you back while I read their comments because I don't want you to awkwardly look up my nose or something. So I'm just gonna move you back while I get closer. Okay. Are you related to Gaten? Gaten Matarazzo from Stranger Things. I am not related to Gaten. I get that question a lot, and I find it really funny. I always joke around that he's actually my long-lost cousin, but we have, that I know of, no relation. I mean, we might, like, who knows how far back, but not that I know of. Like, I don't know the guy. He doesn't know me. But, yeah. Unfortunately. Sorry again. Oh, God. You guys are having a lovely view over here. Lovely to see you live again, Steph. Hoping you're doing well. Thank you so much. I am. I appreciate that. Can I have you on my podcast? What kind of podcast do you do? Send me a message or an email and with information. Oh my god, you guys, so sorry. So sorry. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Have you ever read of Heaven's Official Blessings? No, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Have you read The Cruel Prince? I have it up there. Oh, where is it? I have it up there. I actually have had Holly Black sign my book. Did I? No. No, I didn't have her sign my book. What happened was that I went to the Y'all Fest. So I went to the Y'all Fest several years ago and Holly Black was there. Could not I think I didn't I don't think I knew what the Cruel Prince was yet. I don't remember, or I didn't have it. Anyway, didn't get a sign. Saw her again last year at the Y'all Fest, and I wanted her to sign my books, but uh, Holly Black, because it's extremely popular, you literally. I can't remember if she was one of the few authors that you had to pay for, which usually you don't have to pay, but there's like a handful that you sometimes have to pay, or if she was just one of those authors where like you had to be in line since like 6 a.m. to get a wristband, and then you had to be in another line afterward, like a 3 hour line in order to get to her. And I was just like, I have too many books that I need signed, so I didn't. But instead, I was walking somewhere else, and she was being like led to like wherever she was gonna go. And I'm pretty sure she was walking next to what's her name? Hold on, let me look up. To Cassandra Clare, who wrote the Shadow Hunters. I'm pretty sure that was her that she was walking along with. But I was walking this way, and Holly Black was like, we were like crossing each other, and I literally saw her, and I was like, Holly, and she was like, yes, and I was like, oh my god, and like, you could tell that her handler was like, we don't have time for this, and I was like, ah, and so I had all my books in a massive luggage, and her books were probably down somewhere, and I was never gonna get to them. So, and I could tell that they wanted her to hurry up. And so I got a picture with her, but no, I never got my book signed. Now that I think of it, that wasn't even the question, but I thought it was a fun story to tell. So that's where that story is. Okay, one more from TikTok, and then I'll move to YouTube. Actually, that was it. Cool. I will be back to you guys in a moment. Okay, so what are you guys talking about over here? Um, are you an ex? I am, but I'm not. Like, I technically have it, but I haven't used it in years. Um, so I don't even know if I know how to log on to it, if I'm completely honest with you. Um, so I'm not. So the answer is like kind of. Like I'm sure if you look up my name, you'll find me, but also you won't really. Yeah, I'm mostly on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Um, yes, that's about it. Um, I recommend follow YouTuber and first time author. Oh wait, hold on, I skipped one. I'll get back to you in 5 seconds. ASMR Glow is releasing her first book very soon. What's it about? And now back to this. I would recommend fellow YouTuber and first time author Jill. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher it. Burup. She wrote a fantasy book called Please Stab Me Now. That would be good addition to the nerd tea. Thank you. I probably should be writing these down, shouldn't I? I should be writing these down. Pause for 1 second. Talk amongst yourself for a second. Stay in the comments being like, she's here, don't leave. Like, she'll be back. Just give me a second. So he's like, I need my notebook. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm here. Like, I'm literally right here. Just hold on. Oh my god. That's not it. Where the hell is it? Hold on. I'm coming. I just need a pen. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Whew. Jeez. hey, Chels. Look at you witnessing me being all uncoordinated and extremely uncool. Okay. Let's see what we've got. So, I do, by the way, have a Discord, guys. I believe the link is on my page. Hopefully, it's on my. If anyone can check out if it's working, because last time it wasn't working. But it's on my bio. In my, I have like a link tree, and it should be the top one. Um, but I have a Discord that I started. It's not popular. But I do have a section for not only the nerd tea, so if there's ever an author that you think that I should talk to, like you can give suggestions. Hi. You can give suggestions there. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for the heart me and the tiny diny. I appreciate it. But yeah, so if there's ever an author that you guys think I should talk to, I have like a little thing on my Discord. I don't know what I think it's called a channel. I don't know. I'm still learning Discord. Anyway, I'm gonna write down the 2 suggestions. So hold on. The nerd tea suggestions. We have. Let me make sure I didn't lose you. We've got AS Glow. The link didn't work. Like even today, it didn't work, or like in past times. Because you're right. Like if you guys tried to join a while ago, I apparently didn't do the right link. I did the link that apparently expired, but I think I changed it to a link that is there forever in life. Um. So if somebody could try joining literally now and letting me know if that works, because if not, I need to quickly fix that because I would love for my Discord to be a great place to have people like chat about this and just general book stuff. So, yeah. And then we have oh, Joe. Okay, whoop. And actually, I'm just gonna write it here because so I don't forget. We got the Dragon Rider Riders of Pern. Okay. Thank you guys for the suggestions. I really appreciate it. Yes, I definitely, like I said earlier, and I'll say it again just in case some of you guys weren't here. Like, I want to interview all sorts of authors. So that's anywhere from independent new authors to hybrid authors to massive popular authors to people who are in their first series, who have their 10th series. Like the only requirement for me is that it has to be fiction because I don't really love to read. Like there would be very few people in my life or like few books that I would read that aren't fiction. Things like if I ever wanted to have, I don't know, like Trevor Noah come and talk about his book, I'd totally do that. But like other than that, for the most part, it's just fiction. So that's kind of my only request, basically. My only, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah. Okay, let's see what else. A Throne of Glass. I have it here. Here. Throne of Glass is back here. um. Yeah. Um. I just spanned ASMR Glow and X with a link to your YouTube. Maybe you'll interview her about her books. That would be great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that. That is great. Dragon Riders of Pern takes place within a funeral-like system on the world of Pern, which was colonized by futuristic humans. Ooh. Feudal. Oh, by feudal system. I don't know how to pronounce that. Like good. Okay. Oh, you're good. Oh, wait, I'm so confused. I know how to read, guys. Don't worry. She's hello, Dave over there. Hi. TikTok started off so great and then just plummeted. I'm also in like viewing hell in TikTok, like the jail of like very little views. So it's been a struggle bus over there. Um, um, I tried a few weeks ago. How do I find the new link? Okay, it is on. If you go into my bio, wherever you are, it should be in all of my bios. There is a link that is called like Linktree. If you click that, the very first thing that I list of mine is my Discord. Um, so yes, that should be it. I also, and I don't know if I linked it on my LinkedIn. I should, or not my LinkedIn, my Linktree. I should do that. I should check that later. But you can find it through my Discord. But I also started a little book club. So far, nobody has read any of the books that I've suggested. It's been a sad book club, but it's there, and I post about it on my Discord as well. And then I also post about it on Goodreads, so you could also follow me there. Um, Yes, fiction is fantasy. So fiction is. I mostly read fantasy. That's like 99 of what I read, but I try to label it as fiction in general because I have also read like contemporary and like other types of romance. Like I have the Bridgerton series over here. Over here, I have like L. Kennedy series of like hockey players in college. So like I am super down to read mostly romance of like that are not like fantasy. But yes, I mostly read fantasy. But yes, fantasy falls within fiction. Um Yes, so sorry, let me read the question because this actually I'm very interested in that. So, would you be interested in telling people the author in advance so we could send questions? Absolutely. That is 100% something that I want, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to have a Discord even though I don't know how the hell to use it. And that is because that's exactly it. I would love for people to know what the author is in advance and send me the questions. And kind of it be like a fun reward if you follow me on like Discord and stuff like that. That is 100% what I want. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I haven't released anything and I just don't have I'm still trying to build that I'm still trying to build that community of people who would look forward to the show and whatnot. And so yeah, but yes, definitely I have no issue, and I would love to have like there's a section that I do at the end of my interviews where I just they're like very random miscellaneous questions. Um and right now it's just me trying to find fun questions. I don't know how fun I actually am. I'm trying. I'm learning a lot, by the way. Hopefully, like I keep learning, and that's the fun part of this, that I'm doing something that I'm like I love, but I'm also learning, which is always great. But yes, I would love for that miscellaneous section to be mostly filled with like questions from you guys. So yes, absolutely. The answer is absolutely. I could start at any moment doing that. I have authors lined up. If I see that there's interest in this, I'll start it right now. But like I said, right now the Discord is a little dead. Um, so yeah, but yes, that was a very long way of saying yes. Um, Unfortunate. I don't know what that means. What are the recommendations and where can we find the Discord? So, the recommendations for the books that I have already I've only been doing it 2 months. Tomorrow should be the third month that I have a book club. I have the book, but I just realized I don't have the book. I have it virtually, and I like to be able to like show a picture of it. So now I'm like, dang it. So anyway, so the first two books that I recommended, the very first one was called pause for 1 second. Let me open my Discord right now, actually. Hold on. Nobody leave. Give me a moment. Oh, I see you guys hopping in. Hello. Hello. Yay. Okay. So the book club, by the way, is called The Nerds of a Quill, and like I said, I have a Goodreads as well. So the very first book that I recommended is called The Ministry of Time. It came out in May. And it's like sci-fi romance. The writing is super clever, and the essentially it's about this program that the UK has where they found like a time machine or something like that, or they built a time machine. That's what it was, and but they're too scared to travel too much with it for now because they're still trying to figure out the science. So what they do is that they grab people from history that historically speaking they pass away at an untimely manner, and right before they pass away they yank them to the future, and they're studying them to make sure that, okay, do they get sick, like can they travel, like can they like acclimate, whatever. And we follow the main character, and she's one of the people who is hosting one of these people that have been taken out, and the guy is a real person, like from history. It's somebody who was like an explorer and got lost in like, what was it, like Alaska, Antarctica, or something like that. Like got lost, and like super famously so. So but it's he's a real person in history. I remember being like, what? And I looked him up so that I can see what he looks like and all that stuff. So I thought that was really, really cool. So yeah, that was the very first. So that's the first one. Again, that's called The Ministry of Time. And the second book that I suggested that everyone read is called The Bad Ones by Melissa Albert. Um, and yes, so that one is a YA, but it's a YA that is creepy as heck. It's about this girl whose best friend goes missing the same night that a bunch of other people in this small town go missing. And as she's trying to put things together, weird things are happening, and it goes kind of back and forth between things that they did and learned about when they were kids and now, and it kind of like intertwines the past with what's currently happening. And I don't know why, but Melissa Albert has this tendency to write books that are really creepy. Not in like a scary way, like it's not like Stephen King where you're reading something that is going to give you nightmares, but it's just kind of like a little like a little off-putting. There's like bits of like magic that are just like mixed with real life. I don't know. It's like weird. Well, she's written other books that are more like that are actual fantasy, but this one is more like mystery and whatnot. So yeah, recommend those two for sure. And then tomorrow you'll find out which is the one for July. Technically today's the last day for the Melissa Albert one because today's the is on June. So yeah. Anyway, what's the name of that book? I named two. So one is The Ministry of Time. I'll tell you the author. I forgot the author's name. One is The Ministry of Time by Killian Bradley, and both of these are standalones, by the way. So if you like that, and the other one is The Bad Ones by Melissa Albert. So the Ministry of Time is a sci-fi uh, with kind of romance vibes, and then this one is kind of like YA, kind of creepy vibes. I don't know how to describe it, but yes. Um, and where can you find the Discord? You can go into my bio. I have a link. I have a link to my link tree, and within my link tree, there's a link to my Discord. And I need a. Can someone tell me if I have my Goodreads there? Because if I don't, that's fine. I'll just have to add it after I get off live. I'll also add my Goodreads. But if it's not there, if you go into the Discord, if you scroll down to like book club stuff, then the links to my Goodread, the link to my Goodreads should be there, as well as the name of the books that I have suggested. And if you go to my Instagram, I started, hopefully, started a highlights where I start putting the books that I'm suggesting. So yeah, just tried the Discord link and it worked. Woo! Finally. Maybe post about it again so people who weren't able to know they can. Yes, I'm still experimenting on how to talk about it. My next idea, so like the first time I did it with the first book, I just posted like a picture of the book with like that I got from Goodreads. The second time I posted a picture of me holding the book. Now I'm wondering if I should just do a video about it. Even if it's something that I put in like a story or whatnot. I'm still playing around with this. So yeah, but I'm trying to figure it out. Welcome everyone who's over there in TikTok and here on YouTube, of course. Um, uh, uh, mm, 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 mm. Estás muy linda, muchas gracias. So is the nerd tea going to be a Discord thing? No, the nerd tea is so the Discord is just so that I can have a I want to be able to basically build a community in general. I have sections in my Discord for talking about the skits that I do because if you don't know me very well, I kind of do skits, mostly satirical stuff. And they're mostly about like books and characters and writing and just like that vibe in general. I also have a section for the nerdy, which is where you can be able to find out which authors I'm talking to. You'll be able to talk about shows, hopefully one day, etc., etc. And then I do have a section where I can recommend books for book club, but then also I encourage you guys in other parts of that section to recommend books that you want other people to know about, or maybe bookish events that you guys are going to and you want to talk about those. So that's mostly to build a community. As far as where the nerd tea will be, the full episode will be on YouTube. And then I'm planning on doing little clips of the interview everywhere else. So also on YouTube as shorts, but then also on TikTok, also on Instagram, etc., etc. I posted my first one today. It's kind of like a mashup of the entire interview for that is happening in July 11th with Elizabeth and Helen. How's it doing? It's there. But if you guys wanted to check it out, my hope is again that I will grow. I'm still figuring out my editing style with this, guys, but I just wanted to get it out to advertise it. But hopefully, I'm still working to figure out my editing style and working to try to get some music that is not copyright. So you're gonna have to be patient with that. But yeah. Um OMG, yes. Woo! Your attitude is very positive. Don't worry, trust yourself, you will do well. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very excited. Obviously, like, there's a part of me that is very like nervous to be doing this. One, because it's very different from the content that I usually do. And don't worry if you guys love, hopefully, my other content. It's not going away. This isn't like a replacement content. This is like an add-on content, something that I hope is a continuation of the things that I do and you guys know me for, not of. So I'm anxious because it's new and it's different from what I normally do, and the algorithm doesn't like it when you branch out. So I'm kind of nervous about that. I also have authors who are taking the time out of their day. The interviews, I was trying to make them about 45 minutes. They ended up being an hour. So these authors are taking at least an hour to an hour and a half in between, like chatting, setting up, making sure the mic sounds good, whatever. They're taking like an hour to an hour and a half of their day to talk to me, and I wanted to do well also for their sake because they've like given me their time. So in that regard, I'm nervous. I'm nervous that it will mess up my entire thing, and like now none of my socials will push any of my videos out. So I'm nervous about all of that, but I'm also so excited because I'm doing something new. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. Um, and yeah, there's a lot to learn, but like learning is fun and like getting a new skill set. And I'm a journalist, but I haven't personally interviewed someone in a long time because I've been behind the scenes for a long time. So I'm like trying to build up what like that skill set that I did not like. I definitely didn't like nourish that muscle. So but I am very excited for you guys, and I'm very excited to be able to like share these authors with you guys, and hopefully introduce you to new authors that you guys didn't know about. So yeah. Thank you, JJ Moriarty, for the roses. I appreciate it. And no talks of politics. I will not be answering that question. Thank you. Um, okay. Let's see. Um, 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 do you write a book of your own? I am actually writing a book right now. Yes. It's not published or anything, so and it's still in the second draft. So with a lot of changes that are gonna happen actually. So it's kind of like a 1.5 rather than a 2 of a draft. But hopefully one day I will be able to be a published author. I've been wanting to be a published author since I was 10. I used to write Harry Potter fan fiction. And yeah, so this is something that I've been wanting to do since I was a kid, and I was always so insecure and like kind of like talked myself out of it. But I have so many ideas, and I'm like, this one is I'm like going for it. So I'm really excited, and yeah, hopefully one day you guys will get to read it. It's fantasy. I don't want to say much, obviously, because I don't want to say much, but it is fantasy. It's romantasy. um just joined. Yay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Do you have any writing tips? Well, I'm not a published author myself, but I do two types of writing. One is I do write my own skits, so I do write like scripts and stuff like that. And then the other thing that I write is I'm writing a book. So for a writing tip for like if you're trying to write scripts, my recommendation is to always read things out loud, because things might sound great in your head, but very awkward when you're trying to read it out loud and you realize that nobody speaks like that. So that's my recommendation for that one. For writing a book, what I'm learning right now, one of the best pieces of advice that I heard that has helped me with this one is that the first draft is you telling yourself the story. So don't worry about making it perfect. Don't worry about having everything figured out. If you're the kind of person that like, you're let's say you're writing a fight scene, but you just can't picture it right now, it's okay to have like a parenthesis that says right fight scene here, whatever it is. You're just telling yourself the story. So don't worry about what anybody else would think of it. Your first draft is almost like an extension of your planning because again, you're telling yourself that story. And I hope hopefully that will help you, but to me it helped a lot. It kind of like took away the pressure that for years made it really hard for me to like really get a first draft done. So yeah, that helped. Give me one moment. Up here. Hi Steph. Hello. Hi. I see several people saying hi to me. Hello, hello. I like your nails. Thank you. Don't look too closely because they're grown out and I need to repaint them. But thank you. Hola, amore. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Actually, that was more. Yeah. Uh, 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 um, I'm reading the Throne of Glass series. I see it behind you. Yes. Oh, yes. Wait. Yes, that one. Right there. Right there. Right here. Yes, this whole shelf right here is actually Sarah J. Maas. Because she has so many books that's one of the ones that I'm like, ooh, one day I can interview you, but like to get to her is difficult. But you might have answered it. It might sound stupid, but it's a nerd tea going on YouTube. It is not stupid at all. Like, kindly, I love that you're asking me stuff about the nerd tea because I'm so excited for it that I can talk about it. This is yes, I don't care. It is going to be on YouTube. Yes, so the whole big long interview is going to be on YouTube. Clips of it are going to be on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram. I am also trying to figure out if I can grab just the audio and make it a podcast. Because I feel like somebody told me like I should make it a podcast as well, but I'm need to do more research on how I think YouTube allows you to just do the audio as well. So maybe that's where I should put it. Uh still figuring that one out. But even if I figure out way after an episode has aired, I would just go back and put the audio for anything that has already aired. So yeah. How's your day been? It's been great. I worked, but then I also walked around and hung out with like a friend of mine. She came to visit. So we just like walked and had just like tea and we caught up because she was out of town for a long time, and so we had a lot to catch up on, and we both were like talking about like everything, so it was great. And then I talked to my sister, my mom. My sister just got a new puppy, so she was showing us her puppy, and now I'm talking to you guys, so can't complain. Um, Nice Sunday, yes, nice Sunday. Thank you for joining me on your Sunday. Um, mm, 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 mm. Mm. Yay, I cut a stream! Yay! Hello, welcome. How do you see the state of literary writing and publishing in 2024 leading into 2025? Great question. And this is the type of questions that I also try to ask my authors. So, in different ways, obviously, different authors get different questions, but those kind of questions about the future of literary and stuff like that. And I don't know exactly what like also, if you hear some squeaking, that is my chair that is way too close to my windowsill. Still, yeah. Anyway, but I think that the literary world in general is undergoing maybe some much needed changes. Um, I think that with the rise in popularity of TikTok, it's definitely made it so that more and more authors are choosing to either do the hybrid route or the independent route. And not previously, but like not even like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, when people would think of independent authors, for some reason they would think of them as like, oh, well, the book sucks because it's only if you're not good enough to get a traditional, to go traditional route that you're doing independent. So that sentiment has changed a lot in recent years, where now a lot of independent authors will go become really popular on their own, and then they become traditionally like then they get like a traditional like publishing contract like after their series has become popular, or they go the hybrid route where they kind of have like both the editor and that kind of stuff. So I think that's really interesting because it just like it's given wave to a lot more, like a lot of different stories that maybe would never see the light of day because publishers, this is an industry, so they always try to catch the wave of what's popular. And sometimes that would mean that they won't accept people maybe because they think, oh, we already have too much of that, or they wouldn't accept people because it's like, well, I don't think anyone, that's weird, I don't think anyone will buy it. So this is kind of exciting. I do still think, by the way, that there is space for the traditional Polish route. There's definitely a pros and a con for traditional and independent, but I'm glad that there is options, I guess. The other thing that's really exciting for me is how what is considered more like woman-led romance books are like, there used to be a time when it was a little bit shameful, almost like it was kind of like, ooh, you're reading that, like, and it was, you kind of like kept it to yourself. And now it's kind of out and proud. Obviously that brings its fallbacks, but it's kind of exciting to also see that. So those are some of the things I can see that are changing. They've been changing, so I don't see like a massive shift from 2024 to 2025 in that regard, but yeah, that's what I see. Thank you. Wait, hold on, I can't see. Chris? Yes, right? Oh, die before you look. Oh, your name is Chris. Thank you so much for the gifts. It was like a long name. I didn't know what it was. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. Let's see over here. Try X Spaces for podcast alternatives. Okay. Never heard of that one. I've heard of not many places actually. um How many books do you read it in a year? I think that depends on the year, if I'm completely honest with you. I when I was younger, I used to read so many books. Now it just depends because I get kind of busy. So, I think on average, I probably read anywhere from three to six books, 3 to 6 books a month. But again, that a depends on the month, and also depends on the kind of book. Some books are little hardy, and they take me a minute, especially again because I'm working and I'm like I can't dedicate as much time as I would like on reading. And then now that I'm doing this, I also have to like I'm trying to read all the authors and that I'm interviewing and whatnot. So yeah, but that's around that. Um, mm, 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 mm. It's like a live podcast. Okay. Oh, perfect. Thank you for that suggestion. I have to, yeah, I'll definitely, I have a list of places, not places, like podcast places that I have to look at. I wonder if that one's in it. But thank you. Um, Thank you so much. I finally know that one of my favorite YouTubers know I exist. When you answer, I feel so happy. The advice really helps. Oh, yeah. Oh my wait, first of all, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. I'm really awkward with that kind of stuff, but thank you. I am so glad you said that, and I'm happy to help. Thank you. Um, mm, 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 mm. I think I'm caught up on YouTube, right? I thanked you for the tiny dinies, right, Chris? That's so weird to say out loud, but Puppy, what's the name? It is a miniature toy poodle. It's her second one. She named him. Shit. She named him Osito. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it is. Hi. What series did you read as a child? The series that got me into reading was Harry Potter. So that one, and then I read that one a lot, like over and over and over again. I read that series. Other series that I actually have some in my bookshelf. I wonder if you guys can see them. Let me see. Okay. So, do you guys see up above here, here, where like that plant is kind of falling? So there is a series. There's two series that I read as a kid, shortly after Harry Potter because I was looking for like more like wizards and like magic and stuff like that. So one of them is they made it. One of them is they made like a Disney Channel movie about it, and I did not like it. Don't even get me started on that because they butchered the story. But it was called like the Tea Witches or Twitches, and it was like about these twins that had like magic, and they were like separated at birth, and then they find each other, all this stuff. And then the other one was the Mediator series by Meg Cabot, which is like a girl who can see ghosts, and then she falls in love with a ghost. And since then, I will one day write a ghost story or like a ghost romance story because that one inspired me for sure. I also read, I read the typical like Twilight. I read the typical Beautiful Creature. Sorry, I'm looking around to see what I read. Obviously, I read like The Hunger Games. Graceling. I don't know if you guys know Graceling. I read. I have Aragon over there. I have um. Oh, I have the whole Gossip Girl collection. I read those. I read The Uglies, which if you were reading a reader in the 2000s, The Uglies, Um, yeah, those are Divergent. Those are some of the stories that I read as a kid. Twitches with Tia and Tamara, yes. Yes. It wasn't like a terrible movie, but I had read Harry Potter and then they made the adaptations. And obviously, like, was it a perfect adaptation? No. but it was really good. It was like, for me, it was like really good anyway. Like, sure, there were some scenes that I'm like, oh, they didn't do that, but like for the most part, I was very content. So I thought that all adaptations were like that, and Switches with Tia and Tamara Mallory, I might have enjoyed it more if I had never read the books, but because I had, I was so disappointed. I have never seen a worse adaptation. That's a lie because there's other ones, but at the time, I had never seen such a bad adaptation. Honestly, the only things that stayed the same were like the fact that there were twins and they were witches, and people's names stayed the same, but their personalities completely different. The story, like the plot, completely different. The type of magic they would use, completely different. People's ages completely different. People's relationships with each other completely different. Like nothing was the same. Literally nothing. Like, I would have rather than been like inspired by, and then just be like, yeah, we wanted to do a story about twin witches who were separated at birth, and then just do something completely different, than for them to be like, no, this is the story of Twitches, and then it's like, not, no, it's not. It's literally not. It's not at all. It is not the same thing whatsoever. So I can't. Yeah, I did not realize that was based on a book until, yep, it's based on 10 books. It's based on 10 books, and it is not like one of them. Like, the only thing that's the same again is that they were separated at birth and then they get together. But how they got together, what they got together, like none of that is the same. None of it. And it's crazy. I know, so upset. I'm so upset about it. To this day, as you can see, I'm getting upset about it. I can't. But yeah. 3 to 6 a month while you're fast. Thank you. I used to be faster as a kid, believe it or not. But like I said, it just depends on the type of book, and there some off like but some months where I might only just read 1 or 2 books, and also there's some months where I might read 8 or 9 books. So it just depends. Um, but it also depends on, like, again, because I usually like to read one physical and one that's on my phone that I like read while I'm trying to fall asleep. And sometimes those books are really fast to get through, so it's all I feel a little bit like cheating, because they're like a little bit shorter and they're just like very, very romance and sexy, so they're kind of fast to read. So yeah. Mm-mm. Um, Honestly, most shocking part of this stream is that she isn't a teenager. Heard work and was like, wait a minute. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks. What do you think about the average American adult only owning 15 books? I think that that is part of the reason why I get excited about the rise in popularity of things like book talk, for example, because um a bunch of people are being introduced to books. I think that people think that they won't like reading because maybe they associate reading with like what they had to read in school, and maybe they found that really boring. It's totally fair. So it's really exciting to me that, like, when there's adaptations, people try to be like, yeah, this is based on this book, and um or like, again, like social media is like pushing like how fun books can be and how there's all sorts of books. And so I'm hoping that that means that more and more people will, like, starting at a younger age, will be introduced to that one book that kind of sets off their reading journey. And so yeah, I think it makes sense. It makes sense. People fill their time with all sorts of things, but I am hoping that this will mean that, like, more people will get into reading, because I think reading is really fun. Hold on, let me take a sip of what I have actually been drinking for like the entire time that I've been on this live. Hold on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The Uglies, yes, right? Oh no, it's just Uglies. It's just Uglies, apparently. Have you read anything John Green? I have. Um, I I'm sure I read like The Fault in Our Stars because everyone else did. Um, I'm sure I read other ones that I cannot remember right now, but also I didn't read a lot of John Green because he made me cry. So yeah. Do you like smut? I do. Yes, I do. Yes, Fault in Our. Oh, there you go. Fault in Our Stars was amazing. I remember. I was a little snobby, pretentious kid in that regard. I was like, if I knew that a book adaptation was going to be turned into a movie, and it was like, especially if it was like YA, because I was young, especially if it was YA, I was like, I cannot watch the movie until I've read the book, and I have to read the book before the whatever movie or show comes out. So I would read all of them just so that I would be able to be like, I read the book, or like, wow, that's so different from the book. So yeah, it was one of those. I'm not sorry. Um, Hola. Hola, Skywalker. um, oh, wait, I'm lost. I got lost. Based on the YouTube shorts, you probably. Oh, yeah, about the smut question? Yeah. Yeah. What? What do you mean? I'm so subtle about it. On my videos. The Fault in Our Stars made me cry for. Oh, yeah, no, I cried. Like, hysterically cried. Hysterically cried. Which is probably why I don't believe I read a lot of him, because I was like, I don't want to cry. Like, I'm trying to read to ignore real life. So yeah. What are your pronouns, if it's okay to ask? Of course. Thank you for asking. I am she, her. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The book didn't make me cry, but I was in like the 5th grade, so fair. I don't remember how old I was when I read it, but I just remember I didn't like. I wanted everything to be like a happily ever after. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, I wanted no suffering. So when books weren't exactly that, I would be very, very upset. Very upset. Um what books are you all reading? Yes, by all means, please, like, give each other book suggestions. Even better if you do that in my Discord that you can find in my bio. If you click on my Linktree link and then click on my Discord. um Even better if you guys put it there. If you scroll down, there's a little book recs, little section, and you guys can recommend books. You can also comment it here by all means, but bonus points if you go to the Discord and comment it there. um, watching the Copa Neuro games. I know Venezuela is playing, and I should be watching. Oh, sorry, TikTok just sent me a weird message. What the? Sorry, TikTok just sent me a weird message where I have to put like a puzzle piece to verify that I'm still here. That was the weirdest thing ever. I'm still here. Anyway, Venezuela, I think, is playing. So if somebody can tell me how we're doing, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. Um, ow, my chest just hurt. Um, I'm reading so many things right now, and I'm in the worst reading slump. I hate when that happens. I feel like it makes it so that even books that you normally would enjoy, you just like don't enjoy them as much because you're like, oh, you're like not there. I totally get it. I totally get it. Um, I read probably anything. I read just fiction, but yeah, I'm pretty like easygoing with what I read as long as it's fiction. I don't like to read like real life. um, OMG Queen, hello, how are you doing? Uh, 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 what are your favorite books? I'm really bad about answering this question because I am fickle. My favorite books. Hold on, my computer's gonna die. Wait, give me a second. I thought it was charged this whole time. I had the charger right here and everything because I was like, make sure to charge the computer, and like, look at me forgetting to charge the computer. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, I'm really bad at answering that question because I don't know. Like I could be reading something and I'm like, this is my favorite, but then like I'll read something else and I'm like, this is my favorite, and so I'm really bad. So I'll give a very, very boring answer, but the book that probably holds the most like I'm more sentimental to are the Harry Potter books, because it's what got me to start reading in the first place. Like it literally is what took my life to where it is now. Like I'm a reader because of it, I'm a writer because of it, I'm a journalist because of it. Um so yeah, so I would say that's my more sentimental book. Of the series or books that I'm reading now that I'm like really excited about, or like I'm recommending people. The very first book in my book club, The Ministry of Time, took me by surprise. I got it as an ARC, which stands for Advanced Reader Copy. So I got it before it came out of nowhere. I'm not sure what list I'm on that I got an ARC. I'm not complaining, obviously. I just don't know how that happened. But I got it out of nowhere and I was like, well, let's read it. And it shocked me that I like I wasn't expecting anything because I didn't know what it was about. And so I really liked it, and I've been recommending people that one. I've been recommending people, and this is like what a basic. But like The Fourth Wing, love it. I've also been recommending a lot of Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Um Maybe because the main characters are journalists, maybe that's why. Obviously, if we're talking like favorite books from when I was a kid, the Mediator series by Meg Cabot, I read 1,000 times, and I probably will read it again because I freaking love it. I'm a fan of, you can see her right there. Uh, Anything Bridget Kemmerer writes. Kemmerer is how you say her name. I'm a fan of hers, like huge fan for years from her very first series, and she has amazing character development, and like she's really good at like really getting you into the minds of her character. So anything that she writes, I read. Um oh, The Serpent and the Winged Knight. That one's a really good one. I would love to interview her one day for sure. Yeah. Oh, and then my very first guest that I'm having on the Nerd Tea, Elizabeth and Helen, but their author name is Elizabeth Helen. They wrote a Why Choose Beauty and the Beast retelling called Beast of the Briar. It's like the Beast of the Briar series. I've also been, if you like smutty smut, I've been recommending that one for people. Yeah, so those are some of like my favorites right now. It just kind of depends all the time. Some of them are favorites because it's nostalgic. Some are favorites because that is a bug. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, I killed. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay. Okay. Anyway, hi. No, I'm sorry. I would try to carry it out, and but it was weird looking and I don't know what it was. Normally I try to, like, if it's not super scary, I try to carry them outside. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was like instinct and I hated that I just did that. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad and I won't be able to sleep. Okay. Well. Um well, damn it. Oh, it's still moving. Oh, I've just injured you. I'm so sorry. But you're still moving. Okay, thank God. I'm just gonna leave you there. Just gonna, you know what? You have free range. Are you moving? You are moving. Okay. Okay. Okay, I feel better now. I feel bad actually because now as long as it stays where I can see it. Okay. Anyway, I thought I killed a bug, but I didn't kill a bug, but now the bug is there and I'm conflicted. Anyway, I like your shirt. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um mm, 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 mm. Reading the book first will cause disappointment. Oh, for when it's an adaptation? Sometimes, yeah, sometimes no. I think that if an adaptation, if an adaptation stays for the most part like close to the book, like if you could tell the people who worked on it really enjoyed it, really respect the story, really, all these things, then I'm okay with like the little changes here and there because I understand that there are just some things that have to go for time purposes or because some things sound really cool in books, but not necessarily when you see them in real life. So I'm not like, I don't hate if there's like little tweaks and changes, but I do agree that there's some, like, for example, actually, hold on. Like, for example, The Hunger Games. I thought it was a great adaptation. Honestly, like that was a good one. Like for example, in the very first Hunger Games, they what they changed, in my opinion, added to the story. Like the story was all in Katniss's point of view. So in the movie, where you saw like what Hamish was doing when when they were in the arena, that to me added to the story. So if they took away little things here and there, it didn't bother me enough because I thought that they still really respected the story and really like told it right. Versus, for example, Twitches or T Witches or whatever in Disney Channel that ruined the story. Yeah, that one I'm just like, what the fuck was this? Like why not just do a story that was inspired by why like adapt a book that you're not gonna respect, that you're not gonna actually try to like do justice, and that like why not just write a story that has a similar premise? Because at the end of the day, there is no completely unique story. So in the case of like Twitches or Two Wishes, I actually never know how you pronounce it. It's again twins that were separated at birth and they have magic. If that's your starting baseline, like you don't like it's not like a super unique idea where like people will know right away that that's what you took it from, but you could write your own thing and have your own story and that will be that. But for some reason you have these people who will just like try to change it up, and it's like why not just keep it to the book or just write something else that has nothing to do with the book? I don't know. I've never understood. But yes, I think it just depends. Um, John Green and his brother Hank also make a lot of YouTube content. Have you seen? I haven't seen them on YouTube, but I've seen them on TikTok. They pop up a lot on my TikTok, a lot. Mm-mm-mm. I completely agree with you. Thank you. Oh God, sorry, my chest is. Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm about to read something in Spanish. Give me a second. Uh, Chama, Venezuela pasó, ay, a cuartos de la Copa América, después toca Canadá. Oh, contra Canadá. No puedo leer. Yay! Okay, Venezuela just won how you say that in English? Just won this match. Yay! Gracias por decirme, le agradezco. um, um, I would definitely read it then. Okay, good, good, good. I recently got Priority of the Orange Tree, but I haven't read it yet. Does anyone know? I know I haven't read it, but I've heard a lot about that story as well. I don't know why I'm carrying around this notebook. Like I'm just gonna put it down. It's like a comfort notebook at this point. Um, mm, mm, mm. Dakota Morris, Hooks of Hook's Revenge. KOTLC, The Girl Who Could Fly, The Book Thief. I have the Book Thief. Hold on, pause for a second. Uh, I have the Book Thief. It is somewhere. I just saw it. I just saw it earlier today. Literally. I know I did. I'm not crazy. Or maybe I am crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I know I have it. Oh, it's down there. Yeah, I see it. Okay. um, the Book Thief, The Giver. I have that somewhere, but I'm not gonna look around for it. Reckoning, the Land of Story series, Mochi Queen. That one I haven't heard of. Um, I know it's made so many people carry. Oh, Cry. Oh yes. Oh yeah, John Green. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm confused. Do you have two lives on? I do. So sorry. I know. I look like a psychopath going up and down. Um, Yes, if I'm looking here, I'm looking at TikTok. If I'm looking down here, I am looking at YouTube. I do. I try to put them in similar eye lines, but as you can see, they don't really work very well. Also, I know that it gets very confusing when I'm like reading comments and you're like, where the heck is that coming from? Yes, it's because I have two lives on right now. Um, Thank you so much, Yusuf, again for the gift. I appreciate it. Okay, just making sure. I'll move on to YouTube. You can do either one. I'm happy to have you in whichever of my lives. But thank you so much, user Ken, for my roses. Um. Oh, the Cinder series. That was always in my TBR, and I never got to it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Mrs. Melodrama. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Duh. Yeah. Um. No, the bug is. Mm, it's there. Um. Honest tips for adapting a novela or novel for the screen, movie or miniseries. Movie or miniseries, I think it depends on like how much content you have and how I think, for example, high fantasy works best as a series. Because high fantasy needs to have room to breathe because when you're reading like a normal fiction set in our world, and actually even if you're reading like an urban fantasy that is still set in our world, the audience, you don't need to explain everything to the audience because the audience will, the way that people's brain works is like we try to find patterns. So like if you have a, if you see a character like use their cell phone, you don't have to take time to explain what the heck a cell phone is and what it does and what it could do and what you're doing when you're texting someone. Like you don't have to explain that. But if your characters use, I don't know, magic wands to send messages, then that is a system that you have to explain. Like, can everyone do that? Does it send every message? Does it reach very far? Does it like whatever it is, and so I think that high fantasy works best as a series because it gives it time to like breathe. And I think the best way to adapt something is by, I think it's just like really recognizing why is it that people love that story so much, and trying your best to be as close to it as possible. And again, there's some little things here and there that you just won't be able to do. Like if your character is going to school for magic and the author takes several chapters to explain them going to school, you can't take 30 minutes of them just going to school, right? Like you have to show scene here and there to kind of so that you get the vibe, but you can't really like explain every single class that this person does and explain their timetable and explain like how long is the class, is it an hour each, and it's actually only this class is only Tuesday Thursday. Like you just don't have time like that when you're adapting something, and it's just it needs to be even on in a series. So I understand like little changes, but I think as long as you keep the majority, the most important things and the essence, and as long as you try to capture the characters and what they are and what world they live in and how our characters live in that world or move around that world, I think that then you have a successful adaptation. Mm, thank you, your music educator. Thank you so much for the lightning bolt. I appreciate it. Uh, Best of luck to you. Good night. Thank you so much. Good night to you. Thank you for joining my live. Name the bug. Okay, the bug is Dot because it's kind of tiny. Looks like a little black dot. So Dot. I see your Taylor sweater. Thoughts on the new Torture Poets album? Details, please. Okay, don't hate me, but I have not had the time to really delve into the new album yet. Like the songs that I've listened to have been because it's like played, like just like played, and I've like heard them, but I haven't had time to like really listen while I read the lyrics and really dissect. So I am so sorry, but it's a disappointing answer. I hope that I love this album because the name of the album makes me feel like I'm going to love it. But I have not had time yet. If you want to give me what your favorite songs are, maybe I can start there. It's also got a little bit intimidating for me because it's like 30 something songs, 30, what is it, 430 something. Um, and it got a little intimidating for me. So I will get to it, don't you worry. I always get to Taylor's albums, but this one is taking longer than all the other ones. So um I don't know who you are or why YouTube suggested this. Hello, hello, Lan. Welcome to my YouTube. I am a content creator that mostly does book content. I write my own skits. They're meant to be funny. Hopefully you guys find them funny. And it's mostly satirical stuff. And then also now I'm starting a new series that is not funny skits. It's me in real life just speaking with authors. So yeah. Um You've come to the right place. I agree. Thank you. How is Dot doing? Dottie needs dinner and to go to sleep. Long day for Dot. For real. Poor Dottie. I kind of like that better. Dottie. I kind of like Dottie better. Poor Dottie. It's walking. It's no longer walking. It was walking a little bit, kind of slowly. I don't want to think about Dottie. Confetti. Oh, thank you so much, user Ken. I appreciate the confetti. I love confetti. um, Follow up to the TTPD comment. I think I'm like you. Focus on the second half. The first half is not so great. Really? Why do you think that? Like, why is the second half better than the first one? I have the whole album, so I can listen. But why do you think that? What authors have you talked with? Okay, so should I give you the spoiler? Okay, so the first, well, I can tell you the first one because I already, as of today, I've like announced it. My very first guests are gonna be Elizabeth and Helen, their sister duo. They go by their writing name Elizabeth and Helen. Um, they wrote a Why Choose Beauty and the Beast retelling called the Beast of the Briar series. So those are my very first guests. They're the ones that you're going to see on July 11th, full episode on YouTube. And one day, hopefully, full episode in a podcast near you. I'm working on that one. Uh, so that's the authors, the first authors that I've talked to. I talked to. Should I tease? Okay, fine, I'll do it. No, yes. No, yeah, I'll do it. I also talked to Melissa Albert as well, whose book was the second book that I recommended. One of her books was the second book that I recommended for my book club. I chatted with her. We had a great chat. Um and I there was another author that I was actually supposed to talk to on Tuesday, but we had to cancel last minute because she got a little sick, and so we are still working on rescheduling. If you guys are interested, because I haven't chatted with her yet, and there's one more author that I is already in my schedule, but I haven't chatted with her yet. I maybe if you follow my Discord, maybe I will spoil it there. That way you guys can send your questions if you guys know them. I could do that like sooner rather than later. So to give you guys time to read the books. Um we'll see about the third author because we are still talking about if she's available literally next week or the week after. So if it's next week, you guys won't have time to read any of their books probably. If it's the week after, I might spoil it. And then after I'm done talking to her, I might spoil the next author, which is actually she is quite a big author in the book community. So hopefully you guys have read some of her stuff and then you guys can send questions and that would be great. Yeah. Dottie deserves a nice spawn day for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Dottie. I acted out of fear. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Uh, um, I love your smile. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it so much. Official petition for Bridget Kemmerer. Um, sorry if I spelled it wrong. It is, you almost spelled it right. It's Bridget with an ID and then Kemmerer. So there's an extra ER. And yeah, it would be nice if I could speak with her. Uh, that's all I'll say with that. That's all I will say for sure for now. Hello, where are you from? I was born in Venezuela. OMG, I cannot wait. Yeah. Really bad at this. I'm like going red in the face. Ah, uh, I'm gonna drink now so I can stop being awkward. Oh, sorry. It always people hear Minnesota. I said Venezuela, which is a country in the U.S. That is where I'm from. That's not where I am currently, but that is where I'm from. That was where I was born. I love your excitement. You're making me giggle with you. Okay, I'm glad. I'm like kicking my feet under here. You guys can't see it, but I'm like, like I'm so excited. For nothing. It's a legend. It's hypothetical, and you don't know anything. You don't know what I'm talking about at all. But hypothetically, um, the lyrics are okay, so back to Taylor Swift. The lyrics are deep on the second half, and the first half not so deep. I think you like lyrics like me. I do. I'm a big like. That's why I love Taylor Swift because of her lyrics. I think you like Taylor Swift like me. That's why I said pay attention to the second half and then listen to the first half. Okay. You know what? That might make it like less overwhelming if I just like focus. Oh, sorry. If I focus on like halves first. By the way, for anyone who's logging in and you see me looking up and down and you're like very confused, over here I have TikTok and over here I have YouTube. Currently, my TikTok chat is very, very generous with gifts. So thank you so much. And then my YouTube chat is very generous with talking. So thank you guys for that. So yeah. Um, Sorry, no, it's okay. I don't know what it is about the word Venezuela, but it really, unless I say it with like a thick like Latin accent, it really does sound like Minnesota. I don't know why, but it does. So I it's totally okay. You're not the first nor the last person who will like hear that. It's the same as like whenever I'm like, I don't know, like on the phone making an appointment or anything like that and I say my name. I normally say my name in like a very like Latin way, so like Stephanie. But when I say it in English, it's Stephanie. For some reason on the phone, people always get Bethany. So they're like, okay, Bethany. I'm like, ooh, no, not my name. Not my name. And I'm like, wait, no, it's Stephanie. Yes, Bethany. No, not Bethany. Uh so I don't know what it is about the way I pronounce things. So you're totally fine. What do you think of the book Twilight? It depends. Are you asking me what I think of the book Twilight for when I first read it when I was a kid? In which case it's super romantic. Are you asking me what I think about it now as no longer in my early teens? I think it's it has its it has its issues. Um so yeah, so is it like one of those books that's a little nostalgic? Sure. Uh is it a book that I would read over and over and over again now? No. Like on my Goodreads, it probably has a high rating because I probably put that when I was younger. If I were to read it now for the first time, it probably would have a different rating. But yeah. OMG, hi, hello, Grace. How are you doing? Long time no speak. Happy Pride to, pues. I'm sorry, I like need water. Happy Pride to you as well. Thank you so much. Uh, 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 uh. Nothing at all. Exactly. Nothing. You get me. We're friends. Um, uh, I never would have guessed Venezuela. Yes. Yeah. I don't. I people are kind of shocked. when they hear that, actually. I'm not sure why. Actually, probably I've been told that I look, I don't know, European or something like that, which kind of makes sense. I'm half Italian. But yeah. And also, my accent used to be super, super, super thick not too long ago. But for several years now, I've lived in like a mostly English speaking place. So I think my accent is slowly but surely kind of going away. um, can you recommend? Yes, I can. A Women Love Women books. Yes. Well, I think I've already recommended them to you. The last book that I read that was like LGBTQ plus, like for women, was, I think I already recommended it to you, but just in case I didn't, it was called The Midnight Girls. I'm pretty sure I recommended this to you, and I'm so sorry that I don't have a new one for you. I did hear of one that is on my list, and that I'm like, oh, I need to read that, and then it's not coming to my head right now. Oh my god, it was so, the premise of it was so good. I found a video on it on TikTok, and I saved it, and I added it to my Goodreads, and I haven't gotten around to it. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. It will come back to me. Uh, yeah, it'll come back to me. I'm so sorry. I can't remember. I'll find it again. Mm-mm-mm. Exception to So Long London. Oh, magnificent. Ooh, a word that I cannot pronounce. And here I was speaking about how I have like perfect English. Magnificently written. I've heard that, I know that she's doing the transition of London Boy to that one in her concert now. So I actually have been meaning to like really listen to that one because I feel like it's gonna be a little heartbreaking there because I know that that's kind of what she's doing. Wasn't that the one that like Travis picked her up or something like that? Yeah. Um, no problem. I love your sweater. Thank you. It is official T Swift merch because when I saw her at the Eras tour, I was so overwhelmed with emotion that I guess my emotion went to my wallet and right away I bought the sweater. Like I hadn't even left the venue and I was already buying the sweater. So yeah, that's what happened. But I know I love it. I wear the sweater all the time. This is probably in several of my lives now and people are going to think that I don't have more clothes. But yeah. Um Do you ship can, oh, I don't know. Wait, from where? From where? From where? From where? What book? I want to know a book. I want to ship them. Mm-mm. Mm. I feel like I need a hiccup. Anyway, I'm so lost. I'm so sorry. I lost my place. Oh, what is your opinion on the Throne of Glass series? Well, so I have a weird relationship with the Throne of Glass series. I apparently started reading the series a while ago, but I, for some reason, never finished it. And then I thought it was another series that I did finish that I ended up liking and then not liking. And so I thought for whatever reason it was the same series as Throne of Glass. So I was like, F that series, not gonna finish it. Now that Sarah J. Maas became popular again, I realized that not only did I never finish that series, but it was not the same series that I was thinking about that I didn't like and that I refused to read. So now I'm actually rereading them, but I've gotten distracted by like the whole interviewing authors thing. I've gotten a little distracted and I've kind of put them off. So yeah, also it is very, very, very YA, and I know that it gets better, and I just need to like get through it. Sorry, my chair is squeaking. What's your, oh, the death count? Oh wait, I wanna read that. Oh, that's a cool name. Wait, is that like by who? I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's so hard to me to see the comments right now. What's your favorite genre? Fantasy, romantasy. Oh, it's my story. It's not published. Well, I want to read it. I want to read it. I'll read it. I'll read it for sure. Wait, did you already send that to me? Because I got sent an arc that I have not been able to read yet. Did you send that to me? If so, I'm so sorry. I promise I'll get to it. If you haven't, then please send it to me. You don't have to send it to me. You could also just tell me where to buy it and I'll buy it. You don't have to send it to me. Um, Sorry. Okay, send me a synopsis. Perfect. That works for me. I was just like, send this to me. Like, wow, that's like extremely like no, girl, like don't be entitled. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. But yes, I would love to read a synopsis. Thank you. Thank you for suggesting your book. And also, you just logged on, so I'll say it again. Sorry if you guys have heard this, but I'm trying to promote my Discord, my very, very sad, lonely Discord that nobody talks in right now. And I have a section for people to advertise either their own stuff or to just suggest books. So if you join it, if you go to my bio, I have a link to my link tree, and within my link tree, there's a link to my Discord. And I would love if you join it, and you could also tell people to read it there. Where can I? There's also I have a professional for only professional uses, guys. Work email. I see you both. Work email. You can send it there as well. But yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second. My YouTube guys. This kind of I need to scroll up here. Um, oh yeah, I would love to know what is everyone's favorite genres to read. Mine is romantasy specifically. Um, hey Steph, happy to see your live. Happy to see you in my live. Thank you, Mark, for the rose. I appreciate it. Mine is sapphic romantasy. Mm-hmm. Um. Uh. Oh yes, I already answered that. Send it to my email. Have you seen the show Willow? I have not. Where can I see that? OMG, hello, Ferdman. And I need a professional staff poster one day. Okay, I'm caught up here. I'm back on YouTube. Sorry for whatever horrible angle you guys just saw as I was like, oh, sorry, I'm lost. I lost my place. So give me a second to find myself. Bethany. Oh yeah, so that's the name everyone hears. That is true. I read and it's fine, but it's not one of my favorites. Throne of Glass. Yeah, yes, I agree. Um, like I'm really interested in it, and I'm like, but yeah, but I just keep getting distracted by other books, and I need to really. I read, like I said, I had read some of them before, like while ago. I don't know why the heck I never finished it, so I don't. So I'm like reading it from the start. Um, am I the only one who can't listen to music while reading without singing? I don't really listen to music when I read though. I don't know, so I don't have that problem. What's your favorite book currently? So currently, I'm gonna sound like a basic person. Currently, like if somebody's like, oh my god, guys, I like Stephanie, recommend me a book to read to get me out of my reading slump or to get me to start reading because I want to start being a reader. I gotta say, like, and you guys are gonna be like, oh gosh, of course, that's what it is. It's I gotta say, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I like, don't get me wrong, it has a lot of very popular and used tropes, but I think that she does it so well, and it has all of my personal favorite tropes. I love enemies to lovers. I love dragons. I love my shadow daddies. I love my morally gray. I love my seemingly like weak protagonist who's actually really smart. Like it has all, like, I don't care if it's like it has like magic. Like I don't care if it's like it's been done. Yes, and let it be done again. So I love it. I think she does well. I think she introduces like, I think it's great if you are trying to get into fantasy, especially high fantasy, and it's intimidating because the language is easy to follow. She does a good job about trickling in information. Like the first book only has one setting really, so it makes it really easy for you to get into the world without like what fantasy usually is, which is like a bunch of terms and places that you can't even pronounce and you're like what. And I gotta say I am a little guilty of that in the book that I'm writing, so I'm sorry about that, but still. So I just think, yeah, and dragons, come on guys, dragons, like I read anything with dragons. So yes, so that's my current favorite. That's my current favorite. I gotta say, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. You're streaming on YouTube. I am. So I'm both on TikTok over here and YouTube over here. That's why you see me kind of doing this little fun number thing. Your videos haven't been showing up on my feed. Missed you. First of all, thank you for saying that you miss me. Second, oh, I know. I know that my videos haven't been popping up on your feed. They haven't been popping up on anyone's feed on TikTok because TikTok has decided, F Stephanie, we're not gonna. I did 2 videos recently. I go to the Renaissance Fest every year, several times. Like usually go twice. This year I was a little crazy. I went 3 times. I don't know if I'll do that again, but I went 3 times and I went with different friends and we dressed up, whatever, we were gorgeous. And I love to shoot a bunch of content in the Renaissance Fest because I just love making videos with costumes and stuff. So I did my videos, and one of the group of friends that I went with one of the days, none of the other 3 girls had ever gone to a Run Fest. One of them did buy most of her costume and I just let her borrow like my wings and little things. The other 2 of them came with whatever clothes they had and I dressed them from head to toe. So like I was really involved and like I wanted them to have an awesome Renaissance fair experience and they did. They loved it. However, I have now posted 2 videos with them and they've not done well. Neither on Instagram or on TikTok. They did okay on YouTube. And I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, they're like, they took their time to do a video with me and it is not doing well. And now I'm like, I swear people like me. But no, so yes, I am fully aware that I have not popped up in your feed. I've not popped up in anyone's feed. So, except for the girls that were in my video who are looking at it and being like, oh, well, did you buy your file? No, they didn't say that. I'm totally joking. But like, it literally is like, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. I need a cherry. Anyway, hold on. Wait. Okay. That was very dramatic. I did that for dramatic effect, but I didn't think about this part. Hold on. Okay, cool. So, um, I love that you're still the size that we can talk to. Oh yeah, I actually do like that as well. Um I get really excited about the fact that I get to actually have conversations with people and that if I miss a comment, it's like maybe like 1 or 2 that maybe jumped up or whatever, like and I didn't catch, but I feel like I can mostly get everyone's comments and it makes me feel like really close to you guys. So I do love that. I feel that when you speak Spanish, your Venezuelan accent pops. I have been told that. I actually have been told that. That it's just like, wow, you just got real Venezuelan. I'm like, sorry. Not that sorry, but kind of sorry. Not really. I don't know why I'm saying that. I would have guessed Italian. I am actually part Italian. My dad and my dad's side of the family is from Italy, but I was born in Venezuela. Travis picks her up after the smallest man, whoever lived. Ah, that's what it was. I'm not caught up in my lore. My Taylor Swift. I'm so behind. How's Dottie doing? Oh, listen. Is it concerning that Dottie hasn't moved from the spot in a while? Yes. Am I going to tell myself that it's because she's tired? Yeah. Dottie, they're making. Ah. I need to compliment you on how you make time for us. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try really hard to make time for you guys. I mean, I make the content and the videos that I do because I love it. I love being creative in all sorts of ways and I love doing everything that I'm doing, but I can't lie that a huge part of what's fun about it is getting like people who relate to what I'm doing and are excited about the things that I'm doing. It makes it that much more fun to like feel like I'm also doing it for like like-minded people. Like that makes it a lot of fun. So and the fact that you're in my live and you're taking a time of your day to chat with me, that means a lot. That I mean, taking your time out of your day to do something for like with someone else, even if it's virtual like this, that's a big deal. And so I appreciate that very, very much. Um not to get too sappy. But yeah. Um I will stay up to watch it live, but still have a long day tomorrow. I totally get it. It is Sunday. I probably will stay on for a little bit more and then I'll probably leave. Because according to the little, I don't know if you guys can see it actually, and you guys can definitely not see it, but in YouTube, there's a little countdown that I can see with that, not countdown, count up. That tells me how long I've been here. I've been live in now a minute or an hour and 40 minutes. So yeah, so I will probably like stick around for a little bit more, chat a little bit more, and then leave soon because that's a lot. That might be why I'm getting all loopy because I'm tired. um, uh, 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 uh. You are the sweetest person ever. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just making sure we're good over here, TikTok. And if I'm not looking up, that it's because I'm also on YouTube, so don't freak out. I look up and down, and yeah, I'm paying attention. YA romantasy, love YA romantasy. Yeah, sometimes like don't get me wrong, I love my spice, but sometimes I don't. I want to chill from the spice. um, currently, wait. Oh yes. That for which book? Yeah. Fourth Wing for sure. Hi, Stephanie. I really enjoy your videos. Female character written by men are hilarious. Thank you. I'm so glad that you like it. I love that series. Um, I have the most fun with that series, like coming up with like the most ridiculous descriptions. Um, it's always so much fun to me. So I'm glad that you enjoy those as well. Saludos, ¿cómo estás? Wow, I just sounded really Argentinian or something there. Saludos. You're making it sound so good. Yes, it really is good. Like I actually suggested it to a friend who hasn't really read in a long, long time and wasn't used to fantasy at all, and they read it and she's now like obsessed. Like obsessed. Like now she's like, let's talk theories, and I'm like, oh, I got you, didn't I? I feel like I talk too much. You definitely do not talk too much. You talk perfectly enough. It's great. I'm enjoying it. Thank you for chatting with me. Otherwise, I would just be like, hi. Thank you. Um, my TikTok is guilty of that, of like not showing stuff because it's not showing anything. Um, yeah. I mean, thank you guys for being there on my, sorry, give me 1 second. Thank you so much for being there on my TikTok because I feel like it needs love. Like it's not by me, it's not being neglected, but it's being neglected by TikTok itself that is not pushing out anything. And then my Instagram, don't even get me started on my Instagram. So if you guys want to visit me there too, please. My support. Oh, let's cancel TikTok. No, not yet. TikTok, not yet. I enjoy it, minus the fact that they don't show my videos. You might need a separate channel for different types of content. I thought about that. I and I actually did make a page, but I just never posted anything on it. I thought about doing a separate channel for the nerd tea stuff. And sometimes I still think like, oh, did I make a mistake by not separating them? But I just feel like unless it becomes like this thing where it's like this its own entity and I see like, oh shit, it's actually making it really difficult for me to like, kind of give the attention that they both need. I think as of right now, I want it to be like an extension of me rather than its own separate thing, if that makes sense. But I have considered it. I have the handles on like for social media. So who knows? Maybe I'll post it in both places. Um, and just see how that goes. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, so far it's all in one. And if I see that like I don't know, like if it ever gets popular enough that I'm over here like having a bunch of guests and I hire someone to do the editing for me, and so there's so many videos and it's overwhelming my feed, and like instead of like instead of adding to the other videos that I do, now it's competing against them, then yes, I would definitely change it. But the algorithm is weird, but the algorithm hasn't been showing even my skits that it normally shows. I don't know why that's happening. Like, I'm not even talking about the nerdy stuff. Like, I fully expected that. Like, when I posted the video today, I fully expected for it not to do as well because it is completely different from the things that I do. So like, that wasn't like a shocking thing. What it is like when it goes to like the other stuff that I'm like, other stuff like this has gone viral. Why is this like struggling to get to like 1,000 views? Like, so confusing. So yeah. Anyway, um my cat, but I totally hear you. That's a good advice. I trust me, I've thought it. I have the handles for it on social media. I'm just like, I don't know why I kind of right now want it to be all together and test that out. We'll see how that goes. Um unless, I mean, but I'm happy to take like a poll. Ooh, I don't know why that like a poll and see what you guys think. My cat keeps coming into my lap but trying to bite my hand off when I try to pet her. Cats are hilarious. I love cats. Do not have one, but I love them. Uh it doesn't show. Okay, yeah, it doesn't show. Yeah, right now I've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. Wow. Yes, give Fourth Wing a shot. Tell me what you think. Like I said, it plays on a lot of really popular tropes, but I personally think it does it well. I think that like popular tropes doesn't have to be that it's a bad thing. It just means that they're popular and liked. And for me, they're like I said, I will read 1,000 books. I have a morally gray enemies to love, like a morally gray love interest. Oh my god, it's another bug. And this one is going. Is it Dottie? It's not Dottie, but it's the same as Dottie. How did you get in here? I'm going to pretend that I didn't see it. Okay. Well, anyway, so uh, no. You don't get close to me. You back away. Back. Oh my god, it flies. It flies. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Where did it go? 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 Oh my god, I lost it. I lost it. I lost Dottie's long lost twin or lover or whatever that is here for revenge for hurting. Oh my god, I found you. Okay, you stay there. Okay. What was I saying? Um I think you're very intelligent and I like listening to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. What is it? It's a bug that flies. It, okay, we've lost the bug again. This is concerning. Some comments were in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. What kind of weird thing were you guys writing over there? What was I saying? Oh yes, Fourth Wing. Lots of popular tropes, but I like popular tropes. I like them. I have been reading about shadow daddies since Hush Hush. Patch was my first shadow daddy. This was in the early 2000s or 2010s. Was it? Early 2000s. One of the two. So yeah. No, 2010s. The early 2010s. Yes. So Hush Hush, Shadow Daddies. I don't care. Anyway, yes, that's what I'm pretty sure that's what I was talking about before I got distracted by a bug. Oh my god, it's up there with the light. I hear it clanging against the light bulb. Anyway, um, what was I saying? I lost my spot. Uh, hold on. Oh, personally, I love having your vids all in one place. Okay, good. At least like we've got that going on. I never heard you swear. I swear sometimes. I swear. Not a lot, but I swear. um, me too. I like the videos together. Okay, cool. We got 2 votes for videos together. That's good. Yeah, try both because the algorithm. I know totally. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like I said, I think like I'm gonna hold on to the handles and then just hopefully I won't lose the handles. But I yeah, I kind of want to just try this out this way for now that it's like still hopefully will grow. But yeah. Greetings, Stephanie. 11:20 a.m. here in Southeast Asia. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Oh, a.m. Thank you so much. I am doing great. It's actually like 12 hours ahead for or behind for me. Jesus Christ, sorry. I'm like I've been talking for way too long. Um you cannot see it. Oh yeah, yes, the bug. Yes, no, it's like clanging up there. Mm, this bug's name is Klutz because it just keeps banging against the light. Klutzy. um, hola Steph, hola, ¿cómo estás? Long time no see. Did Dottie's dad finally come back with the milk? Oh God, oh my goodness. Well, if it did, it's still not a very good parent because it's not even close to Dottie right now. Concerning. Once you talked about a book you might have in the works, how's that going? I bet everyone here is eager to read it. Thank you. I'm in draft number 2 for it. Um, well, it's technically draft number 2, but it's more like draft 1.5 because there's a lot of things that I realized that there's a lot of things about the plot that I was just not happy with. So I'm changing a lot of it, which means that a lot of the things that I wrote don't really go anymore, but that's where I am. I am writing the second draft of the story, and then I'm also just because it's in my head a lot, I am also like trying to do an outline for another story, like a completely different story. I probably won't start reading it right away, writing it right away, but but yeah, just so I have it there because there's a lot in my head and I don't want to like forget. So I just want to do the outline for that. Um, Hola, Steph. Oh, there is. Hi, hi, Steph. Hello. Missed your lives. I know. I've been neglectful, and I'm so sorry about that. You have total right to call me out, but I'm glad that you got to catch this live. I've been live for quite a bit, so I might not stay on for very long because it's in about 9 minutes. It's gonna be 2 hours, and I think my voice is starting to hurt. Um, you have to love. Oh yeah, you have to love the Shadow Daddies. Like, gotta love the Shadow Daddies. I feel like I need a shadow. Like, I need to write about a Shadow Daddy. Like, I gotta. I've been like I said, I've loved Shadow Daddies for like 15 plus years at this point. So, uh, mm, I second that. Perfect. Oh, that we were excited to read it. Oh, thank you. I can't wait. I hope that you know. No, I know one day I'm gonna get this out there. My plan is to try at least 2 different series to get it like traditionally published, and if they both get rejected then I will try the independent publishing route. So we'll see how that works. um what is a shadow daddy? So shadow daddy, that's funny. So the shadow daddy is the name of a specific trope, so like a specific stereotype in a book, that where it's usually the love interest, the male love interest has specific powers, like that that he can basically control shadows or move shadow, or sometimes it's not like that but they move like a shadow, so they can kind of fall under shadow daddy as well. um and these male characters are obviously hot, like duh. And they're usually kind of morally gray, which is why the ability to either move like or actually move shadows and control shadows are like um so apt for them because they are kind of morally gray there. So yeah, that's a shadow daddy. So that's kind of like when people talk about that trope for whatever reason. I don't know when this started, but it's kind of turned into the shadow daddy trope. So yeah. Examples of that. My very first example of a shadow daddy was in Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. This book came out like around 2010, so quite a bit ago. But recent examples of shadow daddies that are like getting very popular now are obviously like the Akatar series has Resend, he is a Shadow Daddy, and more recently, like brand new, basically is the Fourth Wing. Zayden is Shadow Daddy. So, and actually, another one that you guys need to read that's kind of Shadow Daddy ish is I believe she was either an independent author or she was in a small company and she got picked up and like is now like I think like bigger traditionally wise, but it's Serpent and the Wings of Night, I believe it's called. Yes, by Carissa Broadbent. That one has a Shadow Daddy. So if you guys haven't read it, Shadow Daddy. Okay, let me see. Thank you so much, Jesse, for the heart me. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Um, I just realized I haven't eaten all day. Oh my gosh, go eat. This is what I've been trying to do, but I can't eat and talk to you guys at the same time. Oh my gosh, Sane, thank you so much for the finger heart. Thank you for the finger hearts. My bad. And Jesse, thank you so much for the heart puff, heart puffs, heart puffs. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Yay! Thank you. Um, that's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, bad boys for sure. Shadow daddies are bad boys. I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a good night. Can't wait for what we definitely not know. Kemmer, I don't know what you're possibly talking about. Good night. Thank you so much for chatting with me. I really appreciate it. And you know, if you also want a chance to maybe ask questions to these authors or have a question featured, maybe join my Discord. Yeah. When are you going live again? I suck because I do not plan my lives. I'm kind of like I plan everything else in my life. Like I feel like I plan my bathroom breaks even, but like I don't plan my lives. For some reason I'm like I have free time. Okay. Do I feel like speaking? Yes, live. Like that's the decision making. It's not good. But that's why I'm so inconsistent and I'm so sorry about that. Um so sugar daddies are out and shadow daddy yes, sugar daddies no, shadow daddies however, yes, morally gray. Yeah, absolutely. A little dangerous. Yeah, but six pack, so who cares? um okay, I'm back with a snack now. Sorry about that. No, all good. I have snacks. I just haven't been able to eat them because I'm talking so much. I want to shadow mommy. You know what? Where are the shadow mummies? Like, where the heck are they? No, you've just opened up this whole thing. Like, where are they? Where did they go? Why is it only sugar? Not sugar. Why is it only shadow daddies? We need a shadow mommy book. You're onto something. You're onto something. Thank you so much, Jesse, for the community fast. Oh, fast several. Thank you. Oh my god, 7. Thank you so much. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you so much. We'll do bye. Bye. I imagine there are oh yeah, like really cool vampire chicks, probably. Um More than a little dangerous. Yes, the shadow daddies are usually kind of like borderline like, "Oh," like in real life, run away. In books, yes. Um I don't think there can be shadow. Sure, there can. There can be anything. Just any character with the power of shadows. They can be anyone. Mm-mm. Okay, so I'm probably gonna head off in the next 2 minutes because in 2 minutes I will be here officially for 2 hours. So if you guys have any last minute comments, questions, anything, please ask them now. In the meantime, I'm gonna give a little goodbye spiel and then I will read whatever questions you guys have like that you guys send me or comments as I'm giving my little spiel. So my little spiel goes as follows. First of all, thank you guys for joining my live, whether it was for a second, whether it was you've been here the whole 2 hours, whether you commented or just like read along. I appreciate that you're here. Um, it means a lot. And then to those that send me gifts, that's like thank you very, very much. I'm very appreciative of that. Um, I wanted this live. I wanted to really advertise a new series that I'm doing called the Nerd Tea. It's very different from the series that I and videos that I normally do. It's not going to replace the videos that I normally do. It's just gonna add on to it. With like the videos I normally do are very bookish satire. I poke fun at characters and tropes and everything, all in good fun because I actually secretly love them, or not so secretly love them. But these I'm going to be interviewing authors in a series that I call the Nerd Tea. um, and I will be talking about their books and their writing and any like bookish things. And the first episode will come out in July 11th on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out like podcast situation, so I'm not sure about that one yet. But like video wise, that's where it will come out. And then I will also do like small videos on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram, and everywhere else that I can put it. So I would really appreciate if you guys, support me on that. It's something that I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. I studied journalism in school and I do journalism now, and a huge part of it was because I wanted to be in entertainment and I wanted to interview authors. So this has been a an idea of mine since I was a kid. And I'm finally just doing it on my own. And so yeah. So that's that. I have a link if you guys are wanting to follow me everywhere else. If you go to my bio, I have a link tree where I link everything, my YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, etc., etc. I also link my Discord channel where we can talk about the skits that I do. We can also talk about the Nerd Tea. And I'm hoping that I can also put which authors I'm doing beforehand so you guys have time to like ask questions and like see and submit questions that I could possibly ask them. And also, I have a little book club that is featured there. I'm pretty sure it also has a link to my Goodreads so you guys can see it. We can have a little book club together. I do it once a month. I like recommend a book and we read it together. So far, nobody has read the books that I've suggested, but they're there. Anyway, so thank you guys so much. I'm gonna read the last minute comments and then I'm gonna go. But regardless, I just wanted to thank you guys very much. So I'm caught up there. Thank you guys again. And over here, um, do I like frogs? A normal amount, I guess, as in like they belong on the earth type of thing. They're cute in cartoon form, for sure. Guys play it better though. Maybe, well, maybe because it's the only thing we've had. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that we know. So for sure, for now. Thanks, you're cute. Thank you. Peace out, do your cool, good stream. Thank you. I appreciate you joining and chatting with me. Bye, good night, you're amazing. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you for chatting with me. Bye, good night. You're awesome. Oh, you guys are so good. You guys are great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all so very much. This has been a really, really fun chat. I appreciate it. So thank you there and thank you there. I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay, so you're gonna awkwardly see me say bye, but I don't want to reach over and the last thing that you guys see is just like, oh. So I'm gonna say bye here and like do like a smile so that I look pretty while I end the live. Like, hold on, where's the button? Okay. Oh, you're the best. Thank you. So are you. Okay, ready? Bye, guys.